So what that means is that they're focused on helping people who are in your general area find what you do. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. And I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something I just discovered maybe a year or a year and a half ago, and that I have found to be absolutely amazing and not too many people are talking about as a way to market your business and get it in front of more people. Now, before I hop into that, let me introduce myself. Let me not be rude, right? Okay, my name is Faye Shala Ogunfemi. I'm the owner of STATUESQUE Events, and we're a wedding planning and design company based in the Washington, D.C. area, but we do travel and we do weddings primarily along the East Coast, but we also can travel to other destinations for weddings as well. Now, I'm also an educator. I love teaching. I'm an educator on HoneyBook and Rising Tide Society platforms. I do coaching one-on-one. I have a group coaching session, and I just also speak at a lot of conferences and events. And overall, I'm just really passionate about sharing what I know to help others grow their business. And hence, why this year I'm really focusing on this YouTube channel and just getting the word out more on YouTube to make it easy for you to find. Now, today we're going to be talking about Google My Business. Now, Google My Business had a couple other names in the past, but currently it's called Google My Business. And it's a platform that's created by Google and that kind of integrates a little with their search engine platform, which allows people to find what you're looking for.
Do me a favor and hit the red box that's right below this video to subscribe to this channel, all right?
The number one thing that I like the most about Google My Business is that it's a localized platform. So what that means is that they're focused on helping people who are in your general area find what you do. So one of the things, I know we've talked a lot about Instagram and Pinterest, etc. in the past, but those are really just for anyone on the web to find you. And of course you can mention where you're based, but it's really just like open for everyone. And of course Google My Business isn't hidden, but it's a product that is built in a way to help those who are really local to you find what they're looking for. So what that means is someone who may be saying, I'm looking for a coffee shop today, and Google's for it will see search results for websites for that, but also Google Places and Google My Business listings for coffee shops that are nearby as well. So it's really focused, on finding people who are nearby. So if you offer a service like myself, where generally speaking, people are looking for a service provider that is near them, this is absolutely perfect for you. And it's a great way for you to work on your business. So today what I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes and show you how to set up the account. I'm gonna show you a little bit about how I use it and also show you a couple tricks because there are a couple things, right? I'll give you a little spoiler. Posts on Google My Business go away after a week. So you definitely do need to stay on top of your page. That's a good way, that's how they bring you back and focus on that. But I will show you a little bit more about that behind the scenes in just a moment. Now, something else that I really love about it is that, again, this is connected to your Google for Business profile and all of that, which means that it links to reviews. And one thing that I notice is that when you search for my business on Google, you find the reviews that I have on Google, but Google is smart enough to also realize the reviews that I have on Wedding Wire and The Knot are connected. So it kind of shows those in a really cool way all across the web. So it's a really good way to kind of pull everything together and show people who are searching for you how awesome you are just in one page, as opposed to them having to look at multiple links, which is amazing. Something else is that, of course, photos are everything in business, right? People want to see your coffee. They want to see who the service provider is. They want to see people happy using the service. So you can always upload photos, and it's a way to bring people back, draw people in either through Google Photo searches, Google Images searches, or through web searches. So I think it's a great platform that every business owner should incorporate into their marketing cocktail, like I said last week. And I'm going to show you a little bit more in just one moment. All right, so stay tuned.
Hi guys, welcome back to my desktop. So you can see a whole lot here. But anyways, you can see that you can get to Google My Business from google.com/business. It's pretty simple. Or you, of course, there's most other things. You can always just Google it and it'll take you to the URL. So that's how you get to Google My Business. You also can manage it on your phone by downloading the Google My Business app, which is what I use for the most part to manage my account and to get alerts and everything. But you can always manage on a desktop. And of course, I'm showing you on my desktop because this is just easier for viewing purposes on YouTube. So the next thing we want to do is sign in. You do need to have a Google account. All right, so now we're in. So you can see a lot of things about my Google My Business account. You can see that I actually have had quite a few views over the past month. I've had close to 2,000 views over the past month. Most of them came from maps. but a lot of them also came from search. So people who are searching for wedding planners, people who are searching for wedding related information. You can also see stats on the last post that I made and more things. So the dashboard just gives you a little bit of information. And I will admit that I haven't been as on top of my Google My Business this year. But the funny thing is that even though I haven't, I still have quite a good bit of performance over the past month. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, just why it's important to just set up the account. And then adding posts is something that brings you even more visibility, all right? So when it comes to posts, there are three kinds of posts that you can make, right? So one, I can make a post that adds an offer. So an offer means that now I'm saying, hey, maybe it's 30% off weddings, from now through September or whatever. So now I've made an offer, and this offer is going to be searchable anywhere on Google. So what that means is that anybody who's searching for what I'm doing, for wedding planners, whatever, who comes across this offer is able to claim it. So this is a really good thing to do anytime you ever have a sale, especially on a service-based business or a local business. It may be hard for you to market, especially if you don't already have an email list, or if you're just looking for an extra way to market a sale. Creating an offer post on Google is great because everything that you put on Google is searchable, all right? Now, another post type is just what's new, which is what I use for the most part. And here you can just add any photo of anything really, and then post it. So I am going to go through existing photos. So let's go with this. So now I found a photo that I wanted to upload, right? So now let's say my post is something like, first looks are amazing when you have a team. Handling logistics behind the scenes, right? So this is a photo from a wedding that we did a while back. And then I can also add a button, which is crucial because, again, you want people to contact you. So I can put learn more and then point it to a blog post, maybe about this couple. I can put buy if the post is about a product. So for those of you out there who market products, you can literally post product images and then put the link to buy and then put the link there, sign up, call now, etc. So there's so many things. I usually use learn more because that's, most people do want to have a discussion before they hire a wedding planner. So I do have that. And then I just put the link to my contact form. All right, so one thing that you want to keep in mind about all of these Google posts is that obviously they're beautiful and they do attract a lot of attention, especially if you get eye-catching photos. However, they only last for 1 week. So people can only see posts that you've made over the past week, which means that you definitely want to post at least once a week so you have content up on the web. It is difficult to keep up with everything else going on, but it's something that you definitely want to do, and that's how you maximize the most out of posts, right? And the last kind of post that you may want to make is an event. Like if you have an open house coming up, if you have a showcase, any kind of events that you might have coming up, you can make a post about it and it's searchable on the web. And I do believe that event posts do last longer than a week. They last until the event takes place. So that's a great way to advertise events and things that you have coming up in your business. Now, something else that's super important is reviews, of course. So one thing that I've noticed about Google My Business is that not only do they collate the reviews that I've gotten on Google directly, but when you search for the business, they also collate reviews from other places as well, which is nice. However, it's still really important to have Google, reviews on Google directly because, most people are using Google to search. Of course, there are many other search engines out there and there are many other places to get reviews, which do bubble up into Google. But, getting reviews on Google are really critical, just to a business as well. So I do have a few here and you can see they're all, pretty good reviews. Another thing that I use is messaging. Messaging, the messages come and they go. They also, I believe, go away after a week, but it's a way that people can just basically chat with your business. So I do have that enabled. If anyone sends a message through Google My Business, I do get an alert on my phone, and I can respond through the app on my phone to the person who's inquired. So in the past, I've had people reach out and say, hey, do you do weddings in Delaware? And I say, yes, like, we'd love to work on your wedding. Here's the link to our contact form. Or I've had people say, hey, like, are you hiring? And I'll say, hey, we're not really hiring right now, but please, email us in 6 months at this email address. So it's just a way for people to get really quick responses to your business. You do not have to turn this on if you're not interested in chatting. You don't have to turn it on, and you can just let people contact you through your website, but it's just an extra feature. Now, the main feature that does help you to get more views on your business is the Photos app. These days, photos are everything, and it's an old adage that a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? But it's absolutely true, especially in business. So here you can add photos, and also you can see there's a new feature that was added where you can add videos as well. So I definitely will be using that shortly. But you can see that, I have lots of photos, and you can see the views on them, right? Like my cover image has over 3,000 views. I have lots of photos that each have hundreds of views on them. And they're just photos from different weddings that I've worked on or different setups that I've done, so that people can get an idea of who's behind the brand. They can get ideas of images. Some of these are quite old. You can see things going all the way back to 2015, but I've chosen to leave them because then you get to see the evolution of the business and, just where we're going. So, but besides the posts, which I did mention disappear after 1 week, anything that you upload here into Google, into your photos reel stays there. It doesn't go away. This basically becomes like your portfolio or album on Google. So when people do find your listing on Google My Business, they can see more images, right? So this is also a good way for people to even find you, period. So the photos is definitely a main thing as well. And then you can always add a link to your website as well, or you can build a new site. I don't necessarily use this, but you can always build a site through Google here. I did play around with it just to come up with some ideas for you guys. But yeah, this is a site that you can build. You can, right now it goes to statuesque.com, statuesque.business.site, but you can always buy a URL and point to that. So if you're looking for a quick way to build a website, you can use this. There are some more sophisticated ways to build a business, but this is a business website, but this is something that you can actually do for free and link automatically to your business listing. All right. So this is something that you can do really quick and dirty and easily through Google for your business. And they're just some ideas that I have here. It also lists all of your recent updates as well. So anything that you make as an update gets shown on your website for people to see. So it's just like a really quick and dirty website if you don't already have one, or if your website is under construction already or something. This is something you can use in the meantime. You can see old posts, you can see testimonials. So it's really a good way to show that, this is a real business while you're waiting for a more sleek and luxurious website. Or who knows, this on its own may work for you. So these are the main features that I use for Google My Business to drive more people to my site. I do hope that this has been helpful for you to see, how to drive more people to your site. When you set up your business, Google My Business listing, you can let people know what areas you service. First of all, you do have to put an address. So, once you put the address in there, it'll tell you some areas that you service, and your address does not have to be publicly listed on Google as well. But you do have to put an address, and you do have to verify that address so they know that you're a real business. But once you put in the address, you can also pick areas that you service, right? So as you can see, I have Baltimore, Manhattan, Loudoun County in Virginia, Washington, D.C., Chantilly, Philadelphia, Wilmington, New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware. So they're all different areas that we do service, so that people who are searching in those areas do find our business listing when they're looking for different things. All right. So this is, definitely one thing that we use pretty frequently. You can also put your hours of operation so that people know when to contact you. I think this is especially important if you do have, chat messaging enabled, so that people know, like, hey, if they're chatting you at midnight, you probably are not going to respond until it opens again. So that's an important thing to add as well. And of course, you can always set up ads through your Google My Business account. I personally have not been using ads right now, but it's something that you can always start with. As you can see here, you can always, most of the times Google will give you some starter credit to work with, just so you can get used to running ads on Google and then just see how that goes. But for right now, I really have been focusing on organic traffic, so I haven't been using ads just yet. So I really hope that this overview has helped you to see how you could use Google My Business, really to run and, service your business, find new customers, etc. And I'm hoping that you set up your account. Okay, so go to google.com/mybusiness and set up your account. All right. And if you have any questions at all, don't forget, leave them in the comments. I reply to every single question. So I'm really looking forward to your questions. All right. Thanks so much. And it's time to wrap this up.
Okay guys, I really hope that you guys learned a little bit about Google My Business. I hope that you're excited as I am about this platform and how you could use it in your own business and just invest a little bit of time once a week in, getting your content out there. Now, you guys know the drill by now. I need you to subscribe because I have more content coming out every single week and I want to make sure that you see it, all right? Now, we've been talking a lot about marketing, but next week I'm going to skip into something else that I'm really passionate about. And I'm going to talk about some pretty common scams that are created and that target us as business owners. A lot of people don't know that there are scams that target business owners and they're real. So I'm going to talk about them, how you can identify them and avoid them in your own business. So this is a really important topic. So make sure you come back, subscribe, and make sure you come back next week, Thursday, to watch the next video. All right. Make sure you share this video with a friend. If you know someone who has a business, someone who is always looking for extra help in marketing their business, send this their way. You never know, it may help them. And I'm really excited. And I just want to say before I go that I really want to thank you for watching this video, for watching it to the end. If you made it to the end of this video, that means you're part of my tribe. I love it when people make it all the way to the end of the video. That means, you and I are friends now. So if you see me on the street, say hello. That's what this means. So thanks so much for making it to the end of this video. I really love you just for watching to the end, and I can't wait to see you again next week with just another video. All right.